Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe, y'all. I'm Delia, one of your co-hosts, and I'm here with my real tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, Beatrice.
That's me.
If you're in the States, did you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving?
What'd you eat?
Well, yeah, what did you guys drink? I want to know everything. Drop in the comments. Let me know.
Yes.
Now, we are here to recap Seeking Sister Wife.
Yeah.
These fools, honey.
Girl.
I'm so upset with Yesel, but we'll get into the recap and I'll talk about it then. Before we do, we have to issue you a disclaimer, please. Hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast. We say stupid things. We say bad words.
Yeah.
We have dumb opinions.
Duh.
And we're excited to share them with you.
Yeah.
So if you're
This ain't for you, bitch.
you might want to find yourself another dumpster.
Bye.
But if you're down to get yelled at by your family who calls you a married side chick, well then, welcome to this dumpster.
That was pretty funny.
Poor Anjelica. I felt bad.
I know. I felt bad for her too, but it was funny. But if you like what we do over here, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe and join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Reality TV Cringe. You'll get ad-free episodes over there, access to our after shows and all of our bonus content. It's a lot of fun over there in the VIP dumpster.
Listen, let me tell you something.
What?
All right, I follow a few content creators on Patreon. And when I tell you, maybe once a month, I'll get something additional, something special with a little sparkle. Sometimes if I'm lucky, honey, I'll get it twice a month. But when I tell you, Beatrice and I typically will drop 3 to 4 additional pieces of content. Wow. Long form, bitch. Long form.
Bitch.
And because it's on Patreon, we actually get to react to the content. So you see it and we talk about it. And it's fun.
It's lit.
We offer a lot. It is also the very best way to support us and keep us talking from this dumpster.
Yeah.
So thank you for supporting us if you do. And if you're thinking about it, come on over. It's only $5 a month.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, if you are watching on YouTube, please do not forget to like and comment and share and subscribe and hype your girls up. I know you forgot about it, but if you could just scroll over there and hit that hype, that would be fantastic. It allegedly helps us in the algorithm. And so anything you do is so helpful. Thank you in advance.
Thank you.
All right. Any takeaways from this most recent episode of Seeking Sister Wife?
Did you see Yesel's sandals? Did anybody see Yesel's sandals?
I did not catch them.
Did you guys see those sandals he was wearing when he was making his little fire in the backyard? They looked like Danny's sandals, and I was just wondering that we should get your husband some of those sandals.
No.
If you guys have seen him, he's this big 6'4", big old manly man.
He's a cowboy from Texas, born and raised. I mean, he wears cowboy boots.
He does all the time.
Although recently he has started to wear Crocs.
Yeah.
When he's gardening or when he's doing work around the house.
Cute. I've got matching Crocs with him.
Yeah, but I would never see him in sandals. Look, if you love sandals, if your man loves sandals, then I love that for you. But Yesel, I already hate you. Mm-hmm. And the sandals didn't help.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with sandals. It's just those sandals. I'm like, those are girl sandals. Mm-hmm. But whatever. I'll get my heteronormativity out of here.
Yeah, that's right. My takeaway is that Anjelica's family is literally the best family that's ever been on this show.
I mean, yes, actually,
they didn't accept what she was talking about. And yes, they were judging the fuck out of her, but they were also so funny.
They were funny
and real, and underneath it all there was a lot of love.
Yeah.
And I just thought they were great. They make great television, and I want to see them on my television more and more, period.
I agree.
Okay, well then, without any further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Seeking Sister Wife, episode 10, entitled
A Married Side Chick? ? And that's about Anjelica,
so
of
great.
course. But we start off this week with BJ and Reese. And they are continuing a second date with Randy.
Randy or Brandy?
Randy.
Oh, sorry.
It's Randy.
Whatever.
You can call her Brandy if you want.
Right.
But it's Randy. But yeah, so they're going on a second date with Randy because Reese has sprung over her. And apparently, allegedly, Randy is also sprung over Reese, which is great for them. And
so she's a homosexual, right?
Yeah, I mean,
she's looking for a place to live.
Well, I don't know if she says he's cute.
So she's a homosexual, right? Like she's looking for a place to live.
Look, don't yuck someone's yum.
Okay.
There's somebody for everybody, Delia.
But 2 people for Reese
Yeah,
on the planet?
why not?
2 people for Reese? Okay.
There's 8 billion of us, so it's
All
bound to happen statistically. But we have this second date, and BJ is trying her best to overcome her jealousy because she knows that Reese likes Randy. Randy also has some concerns about BJ because she's totally mean mugging her the entire time on this date. Like, I don't even think BJ is aware of it. She's just got kind of a hard face. She's got kind of a hard jaw. And we have Randy asking BJ straight up. She's like, how do you feel about all this? Because you seem jealous. You seem uncomfortable. And Reese is like, I'm going to go tinkle because I'm going to let you guys talk about it because I can't handle conflict. And he leaves and lets them talk about it together. And we have like kind of a dumb conversation. BJ's like, well, I'm worried you're going to steal my man though. And Randy's like, I'm not going to.
Trust me.
I barely want him. No, just kidding. I want him, but I don't want him that bad that I'm going to steal him away from you. And Randy's like, but I'm worried that I'm just going to be the second basement wife. And BJ's like, don't worry. In our little harem, there won't be a hierarchy. It'll be totally fine. Your fears are totally valid, queen. And Randy's like, wow, thank you for making me feel seen. And that's it.
Yeah. And all of a sudden she's down.
Yeah.
And she wants to continue and they plan to have a third date. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. I don't know what's happening here because like all of y'all are weird. I don't see you coupling up. I don't see you as a throuple. It's very strange to me.
It's odd to me. And like what's interesting is Reese for the whole season was like super uncomfortable about this whole thing. Kept talking about how vanilla he was. He's just like, I'm so awkward. I don't know how to date. I'm only doing this because my freaking wife wants me to do it. And she wants me to procreate with more women because she can't. And now he's like frustrated that BJ is so jealous. And he's like, but I like Randy. I think she's hot.
And that's why I think it's production. I think it's fakery because this is literally their second date.
I know.
So you're so frustrated and you don't want to throw away all the work that you've put into this relationship and it's your second date. Maybe they're texting and they are.
Maybe they're sexting.
Maybe. I doubt it. Maybe they're talking. Maybe they're like developing a rapport, but like how invested can you actually be if
really,
you're on your second date? So I don't believe you.
Yeah.
And I also just want to ask the question generally, like, what does Reese bring to the table for a woman, whether he's heterosexual or otherwise? It's not that, but like he's vanilla. He's not sexually adventurous. He's a small little man. He's a very wee man, which some women like, I'm sure, but he's much smaller than both of these women. Does he work? Does he have like a fantastic job?
Maybe
like, does he
money.
make a lot of money? Because like they want to build homes, which we'll get to, but like what does Reese bring to the table?
I don't
Why
know.
do we have 2 women like in conflict over him?
I mean, that's why. Okay, I don't know if you remember this show. It was on TLC. I don't know if it's still on anymore, but it was called like Strange Sex or something like that. It was kind of a derivative of like My Strange Addiction, where you had these like people talk about their like weird sexual kinks or like their weird sexual relationships. And that's kind of what I want from the Williamsons, because I'm like, how do you guys have sex? Please just tell me how this happens, how this works in this dynamic. I feel like I maintain my position from day one that BJ is the head honcho over here. I feel like she's the dominatrix or something. Because what does Reese do?
I think Reese just lies there.
Is a sub.
And I think Billie Jean hops on top and just does whatever she wants. But like she can't turn around and do reverse cowgirl because his little baby pee-pee will pop out. And so it's like gotta be forward only. Like I don't know. And like Billie Jean's talking about how she has to position him and make sure he don't. Just like I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Like I've known a lot of men in my day as a 100-year-old woman on the planet. Like I've had a lot of different relationships, bow, and I just can't imagine a world where I would be like hopping on little old Reese and happy about it.
Yeah.
Unless I was a homosexual.
Maybe
I had 3 kids. I think Randy has a couple of children.
She does, yep.
At 3, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think she's got 3 children, nowhere to live, and these suckers want to build her a home, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll jump in your bed then.
That's great. Yeah, because Reese is so cute. And Randy even says in her talking head at the end, like, he just gets cuter every time I hang out with him.
And I will admit, she blushed when she said it.
She did.
And she smiled this like giddy little flirty smile. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Randy, do you mean what you're saying? Because if you do, well then, okay, more power to you.
You know what? Like I said, there's someone for everybody.
Yes.
And maybe they have crazy sex. That's great. Next, we go to Yesel and Danny.
I'm just thinking of them stuffing Reese up there. What is that from Step Brothers with that one wife? She's just like, I like you so much, so hot. I wish I could put you in my pocket. I wish I could just shove you right up into my vagina.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
they get his whole leg up in there and something.
And look, maybe he's good with his mouth or something.
Correct.
You don't know.
Sometimes I do know. I doubt it. My psychic prediction is that he's not that great at that.
Well, they do. Okay, look, I know we're getting sidetracked, but they do make like hollowed out strap-ons for men with small peepees, and they and they put their peepee in the little strap-on, and then they wear the little garter belt and everything, and then it's like a much bigger appendage. And
do they get any physical pleasure from that, or they just like?
I think some of them do have like little vibrators and stuff.
The vibrator, okay,
yeah. So they could have that.
I hope that's happening. I hope it's a lot of fun for all of those people.
Yeah,
Beatrice.
All right, now moving on to the most depressing couple of this whole fucking series, Yesel and Danny.
I hate him.
He's the worst. So Yesel comes back home from doing whatever the fuck he's doing. He's probably in the military or something.
He's a traveling escort.
I could see that with those sandals. I mean, shit. And Yesel is pissed. He's coming back home and he's like, I'm already so frustrated because, me and Jackie were sexting pretty much every single day, multiple times a day, doing video chats and everything, and things were going really, really great. And then my bitch wife, Danny, had to ruin everything, and now I'm pissed because it happened all while I was gone.
So I need you to refresh the record here because I can't be arsed to remember. But didn't Yesel tell Danny to take care of that whole issue and to make sure that she sits down with Jackie to explain that she's unwilling to have any woman have a bio child by Yesel? Like, didn't Yesel push that onto her?
Yep.
And so then Danny did that. And unfortunately, Jackie was not okay with that. And so the whole goddamn thing fell apart. But now Yesel's mad.
Yep.
He wasn't man enough to sit in front of Jackie and have this uncomfortable conversation and back up his wife, who was very clear about her boundary from the beginning. He doesn't know how to do that. He expects her to do that. It falls apart, and now he's pissed at her.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He's the worst, man.
Rage.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he literally told her to do it while he was gone.
Yes.
At work. He's like, this is the perfect time for you to tell Jackie about your boundary, and you guys can bond, and it'll be great. So he did all of that. He put it all on Danny, and now he's mad at her.
Yep.
So then he comes back home, and Danny's cooking food or whatever, and she makes a comment about how it's so hard to be cooking all these meals for her and her toddlers while he's out. Sorry, I'm just like, this is stupid. They have a nanny also. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They have a fucking nanny, so I don't know why she needs a sister wife, whatever. She complains about cooking. It was a lot of hard work. And Danny, Yesel makes a comment to Danny and says, well, you could have had help if you didn't, fuck everything up with Jackie.
But you botched it.
My God, he's such an asshole.
I compare every relationship to my own relationship. And I just imagine my own husband at 6'4" saying that to me, and the way I would skip into the room with my brass knuckles and teach him a goddamn lesson.
I mean, really though.
I'm not violent, but I'm just like, I would never put up with the disrespect, bitch. I never have from the time I was born. I never took disrespect from a man. I'm like, you want to hit me? You make it a good one, because I will come back and I will get my cast iron frying pan. I will take you the fuck out. So make it count, bitch.
I mean, really.
I've always had that opinion with men. And I'm like, Danny, why are you letting this man tell you to go out and have the conversation in the first place? It all falls apart, and then he's blaming you for it. And then we're going to get to the kids part. Oh my God, I was just so mad. I just wanted to walk into her body, take over her life, beat the shit out of him.
He fucking deserves it because he's such a jerk. And like, Danny feels so guilty. She's crying in her interstitial. I don't understand what she sees in Yesel. in his sandals. I'm like, Danny, you are a beautiful woman. I don't like you could get any other
Well,
man.
I will say, just from an objective heterosexual position, that he's tall, he's got muscles,
Ew.
he's got tats. I can see how women would find that attractive. I understand that, but like he's such a despicable person on the inside that
Yeah.
I don't understand why she's very empathic.
Yeah.
She's sensitive. She's obviously doing this to placate Yesel because Yesel just wants to lay the pipe with whatever rando girl he can find. So she's trying to let him cheat
Yeah.
and he's still not happy.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to yourself, Danny? I don't understand.
I do not get it. And so after they eat dinner and they put their kids to bed, then Yesel walks out in Danny's sandals and he makes a fire in their backyard. I will not get over it. If you guys have seen them, those sandals are ridiculous. And they sit down at the fire and Yesel's like, you know what? I'm fucking mad at you. I'm mad at you because you ruined this shit while I was out. And I feel like this whole thing is completely unfair. He wants her to recount how the conversation went with Jackie. So she does. She tells him how it goes.
Putting
or how
on
it handled.
my brass knuckles in my mind. I'm like,
I
oh, these
mean,
perfect.
and Yesel thinks that the reason why Jackie ended things was because Jackie probably saw Danny's boundary as some kind of act of dominance over him. I'm like, that's not the reason, but okay. And then he says to Danny that her boundary is the problem. And he said this multiple fucking times.
And this is a boundary that you accepted. This is a conversation that you had multiple times with Danny on camera.
Yeah.
That we saw. So you accepted it, you acknowledged it, and now you want to give her a hard time about it. Essentially saying, well, you're the one who is the problem.
It's your fault.
Now, he does ask, I think, an important and germane question when he's like, are you doing all of this to sabotage the process of finding a sister wife? Because, like, I mean, are we ever going to be able to find anybody if you're going to take away their desire to have a child? Like, we might never be able to find somebody, and maybe that's what your point is.
Yeah. And I mean, I did appreciate him asking that question because I wondered this myself just a couple weeks ago when this whole conversation happened. I'm like, I feel like Danny did it on purpose a little bit to try and sabotage it because I don't think she actually wants this whole situation. And Yesel does ask her in this conversation, like, do you still even want this? And Danny does say, yes, she does. But her boundary is firm because her body can't have any more babies, but her heart wants more babies. And so it would be really hard for her to watch her husband have more biological children with other women. And that would make her really sad. And she thinks that they could find a woman that would be able to compromise with that boundary and they could find their unicorn essentially. And Yes was like, okay, but like, how is it fair to me though? Because I want children.
I know. That was devastating.
Yep.
If this is a real thing that's happening in this relationship and I'm not necessarily convinced, I feel like they probably had this conversation already. But like if that was me hearing that, I'd be like, okay, wait a minute.
Like what?
We had an agreement that this is the kind of relationship we'd be looking for. And you know that I'm super heartbroken that I can't have any more kids. And we're going to sit on camera and you're going to be like, how is it fair for me though, after you already agreed?
And that was such
diabolical.
An unfair thing. It was such an unfair thing for him to say after her crying about this. And then she's like, well, can you live without more kids? He's like, well, yeah. Okay, so then why'd you bring that up?
No problem.
Why'd you bring that up then?
It seemed like a weird editing thing there for me.
Well, I think that he was saying that because Jackie probably told him that because when Jackie broke up with them, she had said that in her interstitial. She's like, well, it's not fair to me because I want more kids, but it's also not fair to Yesel because I know he wants more kids too. So I think that was a talking point that like Jackie probably put in his head. And maybe he does want more kids. And I guess that's fine. But like, then what are we doing here?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
It's all very confusing. Well, at least they've gained the clarity that the next time they seek a sister wife, they're going to both do it together, have all the conversations together because Yesel screwed it up the first time by
he cheated.
Barreling in absolutely and cheating. And then she screwed it up but how did she? She's like, I screwed it up because I said too much, I barreled in or whatever. But like, I thought you guys talked about it. I thought Yesel knew what you're, whatever. I guess you have to take the blame for something because you're dealing with Yesel. And so now they're going to proceed differently. But I'm just like, Danny, you don't want this.
No, you don't. And now you're going to have your husband hook up with a third chick. And this probably isn't even just the third chick. This is probably
Oh, yeah.
like the 10th chick.
I don't know where he goes, but wherever he goes, he's cheating, honey. He's cheating.
100%.
Yes.
But Danny is drinking the Kool-Aid and she's just going along with it because I guess Yesel's dick is just that good.
I'm like, Danny, you're gainfully employed.
You're
You are
beautiful.
a nurse. You are young. Your body is banging, bitch.
For real.
Your body is banging.
Yeah.
Like, you do not have to put up with this. But
Mm-mm.
the good news is I was getting the vibe
check.
that I would never have to see them again on my television.
I hope so.
I feel like this whole thing's resolved.
I hope
They're going
so.
to take a little breather,
Yeah.
take a break,
Go away.
and then maybe try and look in the future. And I don't ever have to participate in that ever again. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I am happy about that too. And then we go over to the Davis family, and this was just a brief segment this week, but
Mhm.
essentially after Teresa ran away in her minivan, we have April, Jenny, and Nick talking about it on their couch, and they basically decide they're done with Teresa because this is some immature bullshit.
Yeah.
They've tried so many times to talk to her about her depressive Eeyore mentality,
Mhm.
and she's not making any efforts to improve that. She knows she's a burden on this family, and yet she's not doing anything to change it. And we hear from April saying something like, Vera opened up to Danielle, their previous girlfriend, and actually called her mom for a couple years, and then Danielle up and left, and they don't want to have to put Vera, their young child, through another heartbreak, which is totally fair and valid. I'm glad that they're thinking of their kids, unlike the Merrifields, which we'll get to later. And I think we have Jenny crying about it too, and she's just like, we've tried so much, but I guess this is the end. So Teresa's out.
Teresa's out. I did like hearing Nick say, like, look at what it's doing to my existing wives.
Yep.
Like, this is causing too much disruption and chaos, and I'm here to take care of these women, and I'm just not going to allow this in my house.
Based.
And I'm like, absolutely, you got to get this bad vibrational
Yeah.
energy out the door.
King shit.
Yes.
Unlike Yesel, who doesn't care that his wife is miserable,
Mm-mm.
Nick Davis over here, he's looking out for his women.
That's right. And little Vera too.
Yeah.
And also they want to enjoy Jenny's pregnancy.
Yes.
And like, so the entire time that Jenny's been pregnant, Eeyore's been in the house
Yeah.
causing drama, causing disruptions, and they haven't just been able to relax and enjoy the process. And
Yep.
so I think April in particular is really bummed about that because
Yeah.
she's looking forward to Jenny's little baby coming into the world and she wants to celebrate it, not cry all the time.
See,
Teresa.
this is kind of why I like the Davises, because they seem to have like their priorities straight with most of it, and they're all talking about it together. Like, it's not just Nick who wants to, I mean, I get it's kind of framed like Nick's the only one that's banging everybody, but April and Jenny are banging these women too, so they have to have the input. And I just like that Nick is advocating for his family
Yeah.
and advocating for his women and his kids. So I like them, and I'm glad that Teresa's gonna be out of here
Me too.
because she cray. Then we go to the Johnsons. So
I loved this so much, guys.
this was so great. So Anjelica, since she doesn't have her lover Shanae anymore, she needs support. And so she's going back to her family to open up and come out to her family about their lifestyle that they're
Did you
living.
see that house
Girl.
that her mother is living in? I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh my God, what a beautiful. Where do they live again?
Rhode Island, I think.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, so-
Damn. Wow.
It's probably a high cost of living there, I would
Mhm.
imagine. So yeah, they're making money, but
Mhm.
she wants to go to her family to hopefully get some support from them and hopefully just, get a village of people around her. I think her sister
Mhm.
knows about her lifestyle already, and so now she's going to tell her mom and her aunties.
Who was the other woman that was sitting next to Angelica who was digging in her butt? Which is, did you see that?
I think that was one of her aunts.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like, lady, you're on camera. I can see you digging in your butt right now.
I noticed that. I'm like,
Okay, but yeah, she does go to see her aunties and her sister and
Yes.
tell them what's going on.
And this was pretty great because her mom straight up calls her a married side chick, and she's like, what's his face? His dick is not that good.
Right.
What are you doing to yourself? This is crazy. And I think one of her other aunts is like, are you swingers? Like, what is this? That's the one that she's like going
Right.
crazy. I did appreciate that. That was pretty funny.
Mhm.
But I did feel bad for Angelica a little bit because she seems like the complete opposite of her
Mhm.
family members who are loud and shouting, and they're very judgmental, but I think they're coming from a place of
Yes.
love and care for their child because they want their child to have not this
And not Matt.
and not that,
Mhm.
because he's kind of a bowling ball of a person.
Mhm.
But Angelica's very soft spoken, and she's just like, well, no, actually, I was the one that created his profile, and I was the one that was swiping right on the Tinders, and I actually picked out Shanae, and we wanted a girlfriend. And this is where the mom and one of the aunts is like, you wanted a girlfriend?
And did you hear how she didn't really answer that? Like, she did not
Mm-hmm.
clarify whether she has what I imagine is a physical relationship with Shanae. And that's what we're all wondering. Like, are you just friends or are you guys doing the
They're
thing?
scissoring, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, with how like emotionally attached Angelica is to Shanae, I'm like, there ain't no way. Like, you guys were totally fucking.
Or else, like, Angelica grew up in this very vibrant, bombastic family, and she was just a little wallflower
Yeah,
who
maybe
was
that too.
maybe left behind and never really seen, maybe felt invisible and unheard. And so that's why Shanae or any friend is so valuable to her, because she never really felt that connection in her own family, which I don't know, because this family seems really cool to me.
Yeah.
But maybe they just overwhelm her. She seems so empathic
Mm-hmm.
and just so sensitive and very sweet that she probably can't get her voice heard in that group. But I felt bad for her. Like, and this is one person, I don't know about Matt, but at least Angelica, I feel like, is on the show for the stated purpose. Like, she
Yeah.
wants to find and she wants to keep the sister wife that they have. And she's really mourning and she's really hurting over the breakup. And so
Yeah.
she's come to this meeting with her family with heartbreak, with tears in her eyes. And it was kind of a bummer that they couldn't just take a beat and meet her where she was and just kind
Yeah.
of take care of her a little bit more. But they also don't seem like the type of people that would do that authentically.
No.
They're going to be boisterous. They're going to
Yeah.
say exactly how they feel. And they seem to think that Matthew ain't shit.
Which, I mean, I do appreciate.
And I think I agree.
I agree for sure, because I just don't see anything redeeming from Matthew at all. And I feel like he's just going along with it because he's like, cool, like I get to fuck other people with my wife's permission. That's awesome. And maybe we have threesomes and stuff and it's cool. But Angelica just seems really lost. And I did feel bad for her because her family was just kind of stomping over her feelings, and they were just being loud and obnoxious. And maybe that was for the camera, or maybe that's just who they really are.
They seem pretty, that seems like how they are.
It seemed like it.
Yeah, pretty natural.
And I mean, I guess I can't fault the family either for not really approving of this kind of a lifestyle, because from their perspective, they're probably looking at it just from Angelica's point of view of like, what do you benefit from it though?
Mhm.
Like, are you her girlfriend? Is that what you're getting out of it? Or are you
Mhm.
just letting your husband fuck other women and you're the married
Sure.
side chick? And I feel like that's all valid
Yes.
concerns. I thought it was funny that they were freaking out over them being swingers, but they're not actually swingers. But I don't know, it's kind of giving to me.
Mhm.
That's what they're doing. I feel like they're more like polyamorous.
I think they're
though.
polyamorous. I don't think they're swingers, because
Yeah.
I don't think swingers have like an emotional
No.
connection with their partners. But I actually put myself in the mother's position, and I imagined you and my daughter coming to me and saying, by the way, like, we are dating this third person and we're going to start incorporating this person into our life, and like how I would digest that and what I would
Mhm.
do with that. And I think that I would 100% be protective of both of you. I would be dubious about it, suspicious, but
Yeah.
at the same time, also open to it, because it is not my life.
Right.
Like, this is your life. And if that's something you guys want to do, I would at least give it a sporting chance
Yeah, sure.
to support you, like,
Yeah.
and check it out and like be there for you. But like, I wouldn't shut you down or make fun of you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
And it's like,
It did feel like that a little bit.
it definitely felt that way. And Angelica says something to the effect of like, this whole conversation is just pushing me more to continue this
Right.
lifestyle because I need more support because my family's not really giving it to me. And I could understand that, because the way that they're trying to support Angelica is not coming off that way to her, because she's so quiet and reserved, and
It's
she
very
just,
pushy, telling her what she
Yes.
should do. And she's just like, I really just want to be able to tell you how I feel, and
Yeah.
you guys hold me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
and
they
they
can't do
can't
that. Mm-mm.
Nope. And so then Angelica concludes this segment by saying that she needs Shanae. I can't lose my bae,
Mhm.
Shanae. And I'm just like, girl, you a lesbian.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it's either you're a closeted lesbian because you guys ain't fucking each other, or you guys are.
You are.
And you really miss your lover.
And you prefer her to Matt, and I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
100% don't blame you.
I would prefer her to.
Yes.
And then last but not least, we get to the Merrifields.
What a snooze fest this season is for them.
It was super boring.
It just seems like they're drawing out the only storyline they have, which is this marriage and pregnancy, which we do get to in this episode.
Yes. So Lorena is taking a pregnancy test. It's only 3 weeks after the wedding. So I guess her and Garrick are fucking a lot.
Uh-huh.
And she's worried about being pregnant. And Garrick is in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think that Danielle's mom had to renovate her place for sale in Wisconsin. And so the brother and Garrick go up there to help her for a few weeks. But that's when he leaves. That's when Lorena realizes, oh my God.
He missed me
I
period.
didn't get my period. I didn't get my period.
And so through the translator app, she's like, I gotta take a pregnancy test. And Danielle's like, oh my God. They take the pregnancy test. And of course, Lorena is worried because she didn't expect to be pregnant so fast. But I'm like, okay, you're married
Did you
to
use any contraception?
it's
or
Garrick Merrifield. He's like full of sperm. He's
Yeah.
going to put that sperm in you.
divine sperm that's going to embed itself in your brain, bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's worried about what will change. And of course, Danielle is even more worried because she's like, if she's pregnant and she has a baby, we're stuck with her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're already stuck with her
Mhm.
because Garrick is legally married to her.
Yeah, and she's
So-
like, it's moving so fast. I'm like, well,
She's so annoying.
you initiated. She's very annoying. Like, everything is happening according to your plan. You're the one who initiated the process. You went and found this girl. You initiated the immigration. Now here she is. You got her married, and now she's knocked up. And this is a surprise to you. Why, you
Like,
dumb lady?
Bitch. Dumb bitch. And that's it. That's all we have from the Merrifields,
Okay.
which honestly, I'm kind of glad because
Yeah, I don't need a whole lot of them.
I mean, Garrick is so gross.
It's really disgusting.
And Danielle is so fucking dumb and so
seeing
annoying.
them both predate on a young,
Ugh.
beautiful woman
I
has
know.
changed her life. And I just don't think it's going to be a match forever. I think
No.
at some point, she's young. She's going to come to her senses and she's
Hopefully.
going to be stuck in this terrible situation. And I feel bad for her, actually.
Hopefully she just uses them to get her green card and she's out of there.
Mhm.
Because that's what I would do if I was Lorena. But we get into the preview. We have the Davis family having their final breakup conversation with Teresa.
She rolls up in her minivan.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see the tears. And then we have BJ and Reese walking their land and they're planning all of their homes for all of their harem. And he asks BJ if she's going to be okay with Randy being right next door because he's going to be going back and forth apparently.
Sure.
And
What a
having
Lothario
all
with a
the-
voracious sexual appetite, Reese.
this vanilla man who apparently
Mhm.
is going to be, but I'm going to be fucking her though, and you're going to probably hear it.
Sure, Reese.
And then we have Angelica going on a date with Shanae. And this is where Shanae tells Angelica that she's upset that they went on the date with that witch.
Okay, but Shanae, you started an entire relationship
That's what I'm
with a
saying.
guy behind their back.
Yeah.
And you cut off the sexual intimacy because
Mhm.
the new guy said he doesn't want you doing that. So, like, why is it okay for you to have done that
Exactly.
and not okay for Angelica to have met this woman?
That's what I've been saying.
I don't understand.
I don't know why she's so upset. I feel like this is producer fake out though. And like
mhm.
maybe they'll make up and Angelica will just cry and beg for
I feel
Shanae.
like Angelica is showing up with very real emotions,
Yeah.
because she's crying. She's very, very, very desirous to get back with Shanae.
I know.
Poor girl.
So I hope Shanae's not mean to Angelica because Angelica's in love with her.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the preview.
And that's all they wrote.
Yes.
Well, we will be back, obviously, next week to continue our
Mhm.
conversation. But before then, is there anything else that we need to say to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here, Melrose?
Well, if you love our podcast, please go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. 5 really helps us grow the pod and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
We will be back next week with more recaps. Until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you and peace out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.